How is it in this day and age, people are still against something as obviously beneficial as vaccinations? It's quite simple. It's because there are people for vaccinations. You just need to be for something. They'll show up. Go online tomorrow and just post quietly, "I like French toast." Check in 20 minutes later. Fuck French toast! Breakfast of the privileged. Oh yes, your majesty. Thank you for supporting genocide. Where do you work? And my brother's reasoning is the one that's the most outrageous. I'm not getting vaccinated. I don't know how it works. Right. I don't know how zippers work. But every morning I put my faith in the science. Leave the house fairly convinced I'm not going to be in line at the bank with my dong out.
Dana Gould is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Dana Gould's got live shows. DanaGould.com is where you can go for that. I think this is a Dana Gould thought. Dana's answering somebody via text.
I'm texting my kid about when I'm going to pick her up. I wouldn't do anything non-parental.
Yeah.
I'm riding an eBay auction. I'm trying to get a Hot Wheels case.
Shaped like the rim?
Yeah, the orange wheel.
Oh, man. Yeah. I was leaving. I'd had a bunch of water bottles thrown in my backpack for leaving the dry bar and going back to the hotel for free waters, and always happens to me that I clear them out, but there's always one wedged in the bottom, and when I go through security, the backpack gets pulled out because and the woman was nice, pulled the thing out, went through the thing, pulled the water bottle out, just sat it on the shelf as we were pulled off to the side of TSA, and she goes, I go, "Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot it was in there," and then she goes, "So, do you want to abandon the water bottle?" And I go, "Well, it's not a buddy I left behind in Vietnam. That feels way too intense. I hardly know this water bottle, but you just asked, I could throw it away. I'm feeling guilt-racked with the abandon talk. Now, it's like official TSA talk to her, like you're going to abandon this object, but she could have just said throw away. Like the trash can was right there.
We once, when was my first marriage, we had a very expensive interior decorator who charged us once for coming over to our house to install a chair.
Mm-hmm.
You mean you brought it in the house?
Install, like hardwire?
Yeah. We set it onto the floor. We had all four legs on the floor.
Yeah. Install a chair like everyone who has a banquet room and has folding chairs and they're going to have a bar mitzvah puts them up, that kind of installation.
Just brought the chair and set it on the floor.
Install a chair. That is so funny.
Yeah.
All right, Mayhem, what do you got?
We got news, and look, you can take some bets on who this person is, but a porno allegedly showing Diddy with a more famous A-list celeb being shopped around, a lawyer says. Yeah, pornographic video allegedly showing Sean Diddy Combs and an even more famous A-list celebrity is being shopped around Hollywood.
How does that mean shopped around? Like the Kardashian vids from back in the day?
I'm going with Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, and I'm going back to Captain Stubing.
I'm going Bieber. This thing is...
Well, so with P. Diddy, we don't know if it was a lady or a fella.
Bieber to Brimley is really the arc of this episode.
That really is, yeah. In addition, there's also a case brought by a new client of Mitchell Kidd. She was raped by Combs in 2018 and is set to file a lawsuit this week. The victim, who's not been identified publicly, filed a police report. She reached out a few weeks ago, told me about her assault and an escape. So this was witnessed by other people where she escaped from Diddy.
Are we bad people for wanting to see the tape? Like, is there? Okay, let's try to figure out our sort of moral hierarchy. The best place you can be morally is I don't care if this tape ever comes out, and even if you put it before me, I wouldn't watch it. That is the most sort of self-actualized, yogi-esque, whatever. I'm almost there.
Yeah,
by
I'm
the way.
almost there, but I'm not there fully.
too. The worst is I'll pay cash to get my hands on this tape, and then I'll put it on the internet. Right? That's the worst. Where's most America's somewhere in the middle?
2 seconds of it. I want to see who it is, and that's all I need to see.
No, I'm above you guys. I do not even want to see. I don't want to know who it is at all.
I want to be in the tape. I want to be the other person.
If I know who it is, then I want to see it. Then I'm like, ooh, what does that look like? But if I don't know, it's a blurry kind of amorphous. I don't know what the hell's going on.
What if it's Justin Bieber, not J-Lo?
Want to see it?
Oh, you want to see it more? Well,
yeah, I want to see that it's him, but I don't need to see any calisthenics. Have you ever seen Chuck Berry, the Chuck Berry video?
What?
I've heard about the Chuck Berry stuff about him putting cameras in the bathroom.
Right. There is a video.
And then there was another grainy whatever. It's kind of up there with Sly Stallone porn video or something.
Well, I've seen the Chuck Berry video, and it is one of those things like, yeah, that's what I want to see. And then you see it and you go, oh, God, I wish I didn't see this.
Oh, really?
What's he doing?
He is standing in a bathtub that a woman is sitting in, and he's going number one. And it's just like, yeah, I didn't need to. Okay, that's in there. That's in there forever.
Right.
That's Wednesday.
That's Christina Ricci. What?
Yeah, exactly.
But a celebrity's supposed to be a huge celebrity.
Big star.
The
that's
Beep's
thing.
a big star. Unless they said bigger. Did they mean bigger than Diddy?
Yeah, they said bigger than Diddy. So that's the thing that's making my interest perk up.
God,
it's very strange. And the fact that it's being shopped around but hasn't leaked who that is, that makes me think this might just be bologna sandwiches. Because, in this day and age of the internet, somebody tells somebody, and then 9/11 was an inside job.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah,
According to Dana's brother.
Okay. Oh, yeah? Oh, my bad. Sorry, it's a sore point. So, the whole thing just keeps getting wilder and wilder with these freak-offs. He had videotaped all these day-long sex sessions and, held that.
Is that what a freak-off is?
A freak-off is like a crazy sex party, drug-fueled, had everybody messed up. There's a crazy video of him kind of admitting it to Conan O'Brien, like telling how he gets these crazy parties started. And he's just outright like Duper's Delight, talking about it like it's something casual.
Yeah.
But now it's turned into this really, really dark thing where you get people all on drugs to keep victims obedient and compliant.
Right. When you asked me what my P. Diddy joke was, I kept having this gnawing feeling. I was like, yeah, that's some of it, but I had this other part that I thought of on the way to the club, and I totally forgot about it, which was P. Diddy. Whenever they would describe what P. Diddy was up to, it was like they would go at it with the young boys and the security guard and the whatever, and then he would sit in the corner pleasuring himself. And I was like, how come when I do it, it's called beating off? I would like to raise the noble pleasuring.
Yeah.
Like I would like
being able to sit and read a book for 30 minutes that's pleasuring myself.
Yeah. My stepmom didn't catch me pleasuring myself when I was 15. She caught me beating off.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking,
oh, did she?
No, I was close enough. It was pleasuring yourself is to beating off what a brothel is to a whorehouse.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
And kind of what cuisine is to food.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then I thought it'd be so much better, like if your wife was like talking to her friends and said, I caught Dana. He was in a brothel eating cuisine, pleasuring himself. They go, well, at least he doesn't golf like Mike Stanley does. Yeah. That's a waste of time.
He's so continental.
But if he said, I caught him in a whorehouse jacking off eating food, you got to get divorced.
Yeah.
You got to get a lawyer. So that was...
Who goes to a whorehouse to jerk off would be my first question.
Yeah.
They have great chicken.
The food there's good, though.
Yeah.
So...
Ashton Kutcher? Could be Ashton Kutcher.
Could be Kutcher. All I know
Let's
is...
just spread rumors.
All right,
Shatner?
So you have to have... All right. if you are a celebrity who went to the freak-off parties, then you must be worried about now that this thing was memorialized.
Right.
Whatever you did in the room with the lock in the door, right?
Sure.
Like now, and then you hear something's coming out. Now you have to kind of start thinking about your status.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Am I bigger than Diddy?
Right. Where am I on this Hollywood pecking check?
Like
order here?
Usher suspiciously deleted all his tweets. So that was one thing. So, I mean, but he, if you look back and I look through this, so many celebrities bragged that they went to Diddy's parties. And it was such a running joke, or not just like a statement of status, that I went to Diddy's parties. I went to Diddy's freaky party. Nobody said freak-offs until this year.
Right.
And now that that's out, I don't know. Many people have gone silent. Kevin Hart, another guy who's like a real Diddy buddy. So that's a big question mark. What does he have on him? And when the FBI raided the whole place, what did they get? What videos did they get? And what are they watching right now of which celebrities? It's a big deal right now.
And at the FBI, those are kept in the X-Files. We'll be right back. The triple X-Files.
Call Scully and Mulder.
I gotta say that if I worked for the FBI, like I feel that way when they do this things where they go, we tested rats. Turns out sleep deprivation makes rats turn into cannibals. And then there's always ones where they go, turns out cocaine. And I was like, as a rat, I'd like to be in the cocaine test pilot. A rat can only watch so much pornography. And I'm like, sign me up for that, not the sleep deprivation one. Right? Yeah. So I feel that way. It's like FBI. Like, all right, we got to watch the footage. We got the whole human trafficking, boys out of Nicaragua, some as young as four years old, being sodomized by Chuck Berry. I'd be like, let's go. Let me see the Diddy party stuff. I want to see what Selena Gomez looks like in her underpants. There'd be a line out that door. Like, there had to be conversations with the commanding officer. Like, listen, I've seen enough footage of terrorists blowing themselves up in pizza parlors in Israel and enough pedophiles, I've seen all that.
Yeah.
Can I watch some P. Diddy party shit for a change? Just to cleanse the palate a little bit? Oh, my God. All right, listen, Bob, that's fine. But if we catch you pleasuring yourself, again, in the viewing room, you know there's going to be consequences.
Yeah, that was the strangest statement in this
article.
article.
Why they called it Foggy Bottom.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the lawyer who's representing this lady on the one sex assault is she said that she got served a drink, started to feel woozy. Combs sexually assaulted her with an inanimate object, and then directed another gentleman.
Now hold on, we talking about P. Diddy Combs or ex-host of the Family Feud, comedian Ray Combs?
I'm pretty sure we're talking Diddy.
Yes. Okay.
Pour one out for Ray.
He killed himself a long time ago.
God bless him.
God bless him.
God.
He's the host of the Family Feud.
But yeah, I mean, you guys got the gist of it. There you go. Next up, we got.
Also, there used to just be weekends at the Playboy Mansion.
Yes. Yes, James Caan.
Yeah, just
Cosby
like that was a freak out, but it was the 70s. It was just called The Weekend at Hef's.
Yeah, it was just cocaine and Playmates and James Caan.
Yeah,
it's fine.
There's a really funny comedian in LA named Drew Landry who's coming up, and he has a really. We were just talking, and he goes, Hugh Hefner died 2 months before Me Too. It was just it's just like he saw it on the horizon. Yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah. All right. What
Drew
else?
Landry, not me.
Frankie Valli, 90, insists nobody is forcing him to go on stage after a viral lip-sync video sparks
That's
concern.
not a good sign. Like, Dana, if you walked off stage I was like, who's forcing you to still do comedy at this point,
Somebody
Dana?
said whoever is putting him on stage now is guilty of elder abuse, and I agree.
Yes.
Just leave him.
Yeah. And
there are no seasons left.
No.
The comment section was just on fire. Like, everybody was asking who's forcing him to do it.
Well,
but
there's the winter of his discontent, but that's all we got.
This is his 360th season, so I don't know what's going on. I'm blessed to be 90 years old and still doing what I love as long as I'm able, and the audience want to come see me.
Well, okay, let's watch a little. It's kind of funny because he's doing a bad job of lip syncing.
Oh boy.
Oh my!
All right, okay.
He looks like an animatronic from the Hall of Presidents.
Yeah.
He's 90. He needs to go home. But his backup singers are singing. Okay, here's what I'm saying. I just got forced into watching Paula Abdul. What the fuck is the difference?
Yeah.
Neither one of them singing.
Yeah.
He's doing a worse job at pretending he's singing than Paula Abdul was doing, but
Slightly.
I just watched Paula Abdul not sing, just like I watched Frankie Valli not sing. So what's the deal?
And it's not like he can't hit the notes, but he's giving it his all. He's not moving. He can't wait to get off.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no shame in not doing it.
You know, I guarantee Mike August has booked his dates through 2027, and he's just pushing him out there.
He's just pushing him out there.
Just pushing him out there. That's all he's
Hitting
doing.
him up with a margarita.
Yeah,
That's
forcing
right.
him to drink margaritas.
Yeah, it's time. And I guess all the other Four Seasons got to be gone, right?
Oh, yeah.
He is the last season.
I'm sure their grandkids are gone.
That's true, yeah.
And the backup singers, I guess, are still singing. I guess.
It looked like it, yeah.
I cannot tell.
Yeah, he actually just recently survived COVID. Like, he's like a tough guy. He's really getting through there. So
Sure.
he just wants to make every last dollar for the inheritance, I guess. I'm not sure.
What is it?
I think it's one of those things. If he doesn't have dates, he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Yeah.
But I could figure stuff out.
For Frankie Valli?
For myself, I could find
What about
stuff to do.
Frank?
I can find stuff to do.
Yeah, we're going to give Frankie
No,
a job.
I feel the same way. Like when people go, hey, he retired from the post office. Now what's he going to do? It's like tons of stuff.
Yeah, enjoy himself.
Yeah. Well, no, what do you do on a Sunday? That.
Yeah, that.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
That stuff you like doing, just go ahead and do it all the
Yeah.
time.
You find stuff to do.
But
Yeah.
it sounds like he's loving it. He's doing it. He, maybe he has got a gun to his head, but everyone's saying that, someone's forcing him. He's not being forced. He loves it. He wants to keep singing until
That's
the
what his
wheels fall
handler's
off.
telling him to say.
He loves performing the way Joe Biden loves debating.
Yeah, you're right.
His hand is like, you want me to have the FBI release that tape of you and P. Diddy? You go up on stage, old man. I'm shopping that deal right now.
Oh, my God.
Or with Frankie Valli, with Robert Johnson.
That's right.
Yeah, here's a little Don Johnson news. Don Johnson shares a secret to staying so handsome at 74. Marry right. A bad marriage will age you.
Humble brag, right?
It is,
because
yeah.
you're admitting the premise is me being hot when I'm
Right.
74, and then you're exporting, you're kind of externalizing the why, which makes you humble again. Well, look, the key to being hot at 74 is the key to being hot at 54, which is the key to being hot at 34, which is the key to being hot at 14, which is be hot.
Yeah, if you're hot, you're hot.
Start
Yeah.
off hot and then don't fuck it up. But
Right.
there's no key to being hot. Start. I don't know. Danny DeVito, what's the key to being hot at 74? Well, I was a troll when I was 14. So I don't have any keys to this success. Don Johnson.
Yeah.
Different situation.
Different situation. So we really shouldn't be going to him for this information. Is what I'm saying.
It's a great headline, but that's it. Yeah, you figured
Also,
it out.
be a dude helps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I don't mean that in a it's unfair way.
I don't know, but I'll give it to old Jane Fonda just for the
Sure.
hate factor.
Yeah. I mean, she's turning 87.
Angela Lansbury, who was only 31
Oh, yeah?
when she did Murder, She Wrote. Not a lot of people.
No. God, you scared the shit out of me. God,
No, but she is in the Manchurian Candidate. I think, she plays James Gregory's mother, but she was like 2 years older than
Oh,
him.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, what else we got?
Yeah, the UK court hands prison terms to climate activists, who threw soup on Van Gogh's sunflowers.
Good.
Yeah, I know. They got a couple years. They got two. I won't bury the lead. They only got 2 years and a half.
I'm just saying the climate activists who like chain themselves to the freeway and block all the traffic. Some ambulance could be rushing a kid for surgery or something. Like, you just do all this stuff with impunity because they sort of feel like, God's on our side. We're saving the planet. Fuck you. If you're going to destroy beautiful pictures that can never be recreated or stop traffic in a town or whatever it is, you should be punished, and people who follow you shall be dissuaded.
Yeah, they're
from
not.
this.
I think that the paintings are protected. I think that they have a glass covering,
Yeah.
but you're not helping.
Right, you're just making people angry.
Right. The only message that you're getting is many people who are concerned about the climate are narcissistic showboat assholes.
Right, and this is why, by the way, I would be a bad climate activist because people be like, well, we're going to desecrate Van Gogh's painting, so I got some soup. I'd be like, what is it? They'd go, vegetable? Well, you got to go with a chowder. You want to desecrate a painting, you got to go with a chowder.
We don't have any
Let's not
chowder.
really get caught up in this.
Well, let's all pleasure ourselves.
Well, is it like a chunky Hardy Man type vegetable, or is it just straight? Well, first off, it could be a chowder. It could be split pea. There's New England clam chowder. There's Boston. There's different chowders, but do not go with the vegetable. That's going to roll right off that thing.
You need one of the manhandlers.
Yeah, how do you handle a hungry man? Yeah, let's go Sloppy Joe, the manhandler.
Sloppy Joe's and the manhandlers, 2 bars that just opened over the hill.
Yeah.
Next to Mr. Fisker.
they gave one of the activists.
Give me the manhandler theme
By,
song.
Frankie Lane.
Really?
Frankie Lane.
No.
Who's
Yes.
from
Rawhide. Sang Rawhide.
Oh, really?
How do you handle a hungry man? The manhandler.
Yeah, I mean, we used to have themes and commercials.
It's a can of manhandler that's in the video with Diddy. It's just him in a giant can of the manhandler.
I think it was just a can of tomato puree, and you had to add your own
meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to do. In the 70s, we were like this close to just having a can of water.
Yeah.
All you need is egg noodles, ground beef, and seasoning.
Yeah.
Add this. It's like, they used to tell you we're going to make this, but it was like Hamburger Helper and all this stuff, but you had to do the hard part and the expensive part.
They call that, we had that served in our high school cafeteria, and they called it American Chop Suey.
Really? How euphemistic could you get?
Yeah, by the way, how was it American Chop Suey? Well, we took an Italian dish and combined it with a French dish.
The Sloppy Joe was the American? All right, we have the commercial, I think. Is that the theme song?
When the job is done, this guy will be ready to dig into something mighty good to eat. How do you handle a hungry man? The manhandler.
Hey, I know that actor.
One of
Oh,
the
you do?
manhandlers is Campbell's vegetable beef. It's a meat and potato soup with 6 tender vegetables in a lean beef broth. Mmm, good. The manhandlers.
You've been pleasuring yourself to a Diddy video.
Was one of
better
those
part of 2 hours.
was one of those soups called Scotch Botch? Did I read that?
Yeah, what was that? How do you handle a hungry man? The manhandler.
It's the original title of Can't Stop the Music.
Scotch broth.
Scotch broth.
That went the way of the dodo.
If Mike August had a can of that, he wouldn't have had to go driving 3 towns over.
What the hell was what was Scotch broth?
I like when foods go out of style. Like when
Yeah.
foods go out of what was that? Like a Roquefort salad.
Right. Roquefort. Someone realized that Roquefort salad was blue cheese dressing,
Yeah, but it is that weird, like when you can't get certain foods anymore. Oh, we don't make that anymore. Chicken a la King was a big one.
And this is unlike the Manhattan drink is not coming back.
Right.
Scotch broth. The drinks come back around. You
Yeah,
know, you see
Scotch
guys
broth's
drinking
gone.
Manhattans now from what people drank in the 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scotch broth, there'll be no second act.
Yeah.
Y'all still eating quiche?
Quiche is a weird one because quiche is egg, bacon, and a pie crust, essentially. Ham, cheese.
delightful.
Yes, it's egg,
Yeah.
it's ham,
It's all the good stuff.
it's cheese, maybe some onion
Bread.
and stuff like
Prepared
that,
in a
and
different
then a
crust.
bread.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you ordered for breakfast, if you want like, well, I'll have some ham and I'll have some eggs and I'll have some cheese on those eggs, some onions and eggs, some ham over here and some toast, no one would call you a homo.
But the name, quiche.
A book came out called
Real Men Don't Eat Quiche.
Real Men Don't Eat Quiche. They wrote a book.
I didn't know.
And a quiche is like way hardier and manlier than waffles
Sure.
or French toast,
Yeah.
pancakes. Maybe it's a tie with a Denver omelet. I don't know, but
It's basically an omelet just prepared
you
differently. It's an
deconstruct
omelet
quiche.
and a
It's not.
biscuit.
There's nothing foo-foo-y about it. But somebody wrote a book called "Real Men Don't Eat Quiche." I don't know why, but they wrote that book, and then every joke was, "Hey, that guy's over there, quiche eater. That guy over there
Same
blowing
thing
his buddy
happened to
eating quiche."
rollerblading.
Yeah,
Same thing
exactly.
happened. Yeah.
Yes, used to be a
smashed
sport of
it.
kings.
Yeah.
If you ever find yourself in Ewan McGregor's house and you find a T-shirt on the side of his bed, odds are it's covered in Scotch broth.